Okay. Good, fans. Good evening, and welcome to another exciting Channel 22 sports presentation. A little bit of audio difficulty, but I'm told we're live and ready to roll. There you see on your screen the particulars. This is a Lawndale Community Cable Channel 22 production, Hawthorne Community Cable Channel 22, and Time Warner Channel 6 present here at Leuzinger High School, home of the Olympians, another Bay League contest between the visiting Monarchs from Inglewood. Morningside is the name of their high school, taking on the Olympians. We're ready for the center jump. I'm joined tonight by my colleague, Deborah Savage, filling in for Dave Marks, who's on assignment. This one is going to have a lot of intensity, Deborah, because we had some fireworks after the girls' game, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Tap control by the Olympians. On the floor for the Olympians right now, number 3, Darrell Wright. Number 33, Aaron McCarter. Number 5, Greg Culpepper. 34 is Darryl Street, and 22 is Donnell Wright. Scored the first basket for the Olympians, Deborah.
The first basket for the Olympians went pretty well. The point was made by number 3, Darrell Wright, and that's what we expect. Darrell is one of their highest scorers, so he's going to come out tonight.
So Leuzinger with the early 2-0 lead. Street underneath with the follow. Street had a huge game at North Torrance the other night. And looks like he's continuing that way. Here's a steal by the Olympia by Darrell Wright. Has Culpepper up ahead, doesn't see him. Gives it off to Donnell Wright. Now they set the offense. That's Aaron McCarter, one of the senior starters tonight. Swing it over to Culpepper on the right side. Get in the middle to Donnell Wright. He's pushed from behind. He'll go to the basket to shoot 2. That gives me an opportunity to tell you that our officials for tonight's contest are Virgil Sanders is the referee, and the umpire is Greg James. That's Greg James. Well, now he's not in the picture. That's right at the line. Hits the first one. So Leuzinger here in the first minute 12 jumps out to a 5-0 lead with Wright looking to extend that to 6.
Wright's their third leading highest scorer here on this team. So tonight's the last game. He's going to try and up those numbers.
Misses the second. Rebound taken down by the Monarchs. We'll get you their lineup in just a second as well. We've got that. That's number 3 for the Monarchs. Michael Atkins, his jumper doesn't go. Culpepper with the push up the right side. Gives it off on the right to Wright. Over to another Wright. That slam doesn't go by Darrell Wright.
Darrell, the last time I was here, I talked to him, and one of his favorite things to do is he liked to dunk the ball. So we're going to see another attempt from him tonight.
Right now, the Monarchs going inside. That shot put up and in by big number 32, Alan Goodwin, who's their biggest guy on the court. This is a senior-dominated Monarch team, but it's not a big team. Their biggest guy only goes about listed at 6'4". I think probably closer to 6'2".
Exactly. For the Monarchs, one of their weaknesses is size. They are a very small team. I think one of the tallest members is only 6'2".
So Goodwin converts the three-point play. Monarchs showing a little bit of full-court pressure. They obviously, like some other teams, have scouted the Olympians and know that the Olympians are prone to turnovers. That's number 12, Michael Sanders with the basket. We saw this the other night by North Torrance, Deborah. Leuzinger, but for a ton of turnovers against the full court press, played that team very good. There's the slam dunk by Darrell Wright.
And no sooner said than done, he did manage to get a dunk and brought this crowd alive.
That's Atkins on the push. They get it inside. Scored a basket that time for number 40, Trayvon Vickers. That slam dunk put up and in by Donnell Wright. So Leuzinger right now leading in the slam dunk department, 2-0. On the scoreboard, they lead by a margin of 9-7. We've got 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, and the fan excitement is as high as we've seen it all year, Deborah.
Exactly. We got the 1-2 punch from the Wright brothers, who are no kin. So tonight is going to be a really energized game.
Turnover by the Olympians leads to a fast break basket by number 3, Michael Atkins. Their lineup includes Atkins at 3, Sanders at 12, Horton at 22, Goodwin at 32, and Trevon Vickers at 40. Now we have a substitute coming on the floor for them. That's Khalid Jones, who was originally listed as a starter. He comes on. Monarchs, Deborah, coming to this contest winless in Bay League competition at 0-13. Only 3 wins out of 25 games this year.
Right. The Morningside has had a difficult season, and the coach is hoping to do better next season. But right now, he enjoys the intensity that his boys are playing. They are playing hard, even though they're not winning.
That shot put up doesn't go. Attempted slam by Darrell Wright. Gets it back out to Culpepper. Shot from 3-point range put up by Donnell Wright. It doesn't go. And now you got Atkins with the push. Atkins with a nice finger roll. And so for the first time tonight, the Monarchs of Morningside take the lead at 11-9, and they force a timeout by Coach Travis Showalter.
Michael Atkins, we saw him. He's one of the seniors on the team for Morningside, and he likes to run the point and also the wing. So we look for him to score for Morningside.
Well, as I said, you know, and you indicated to the fans this is the last regular season game. And quite frankly, given the record to both of these teams, this is the last game of the year. There's no playoff in the future, for this year at least, for either one of these teams. So, Leuzinger looking to cap the season on a positive note, particularly since they're at home in front of their fans. And got to tell you, they've packed their side of the gym here.
Exactly. The last meeting between these two teams, Morningside won. So tonight, Leuzinger is looking to set the score even.
McCarty gives it over to Culpepper. Number 32 for the Olympians now in the game. That's Fula Tioni. That shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by the Monarchs. Length of the court pass. Shot doesn't go, but the follow does go for number 33 of the Monarchs, and that's Tapado. Ramon Tapado. Makes it a 13-9 score now. Leuzinger down by 4. McCarter attacks the basket. Shot may have been partially blocked. Reverse layup put up and in by Darrell Wright.
Darrell Wright is really feeling it tonight. He's looking to be the high scorer.
Nice step move, drive to the basket there by Jones. Draws a foul on the play. From our vantage point, we can't quite see who they call the foul on, but it looks like from what they put on the board that they called it on Tioni.
Number 24, Khalid Jones. He's a senior, so Khalid is looking to have a good night as well. He's one of their better offensive players. He shoots well, and when he scores in bunches.
Khalid misses the front end, and in between free throws, we get a substitute for the Olympians. Aaron McCarter goes off. Billy Stone, the 5'8" sophomore, comes on. This time the Olympians break the press, but they give up a turnover nonetheless, and we got the Monarchs stepping out of bounds. Going to be Leuzinger ball in their front court.
And we're seeing something different tonight because, you know, usually the Leuzinger team come out and they're not, they have to, you know, really get their start going, but tonight they have come out with some intensity.
Well, they're feeding off the enthusiasm of the fans. And, of course, they got a couple of early slam dunks. That shot from three-point range doesn't go, and it's out of bounds off the Olympians.
And also the junior varsity team won tonight. They won 73-65.
Okay.
Brandon Hampton had 19 points, and on defense as well as Deshaun Hamilton.
So the Olympians so far have split. The girls varsity, of course, took a tough loss against the Monarch girls varsity.
Exactly, girls lost 75-50.
That shot put up doesn't go. We got a foul call on the play. It's going to be a two-shot foul.
Shot on Leuzinger's number 22, Donnell Wright, a 6'7" power forward.
Free throw is good. Draws the Olympians within 4. We've got 2:03 left in the first quarter, fans. Second one's a little short. Monarchs run. Monarchs put it up. Olympians come down with it. That's number 10, Quentin Crooks, with the rebound. Now they give it off to Crooks. He looks inside, gets it inside. That shot blocked. Tione looking to shoot, doesn't get it to go. Gives us a chance also to tell you that, well, I'll get back to that point in just a moment. Culpepper on the right side. Now they get it inside to Tione again. He's looking to get a shot off. Perhaps not your best inside option. Does a lot of good things. But right now having tough going trying to get an inside shot. Goes up to block that one. Referee, umpire Greg James says there's a foul on the play.
That shot was taken by Morningside senior, number 32, Alan Goodwin. Now he's one of their strong offensive players, so we look for him to come out aggressive.
Foul given to Culpepper. Now we've got substitutes coming onto the floor for the Olympians as Darryl Street comes back on. Street has one foul thus far. On Tuesday night, the Olympians lost 3 players to fouls in a game in which Coach Showalter was not happy at all with the officiating. Leuzinger turns it over. The turnover leads to a basket. Score now 18-12. Monarchs being very physical with the Olympians. Olympians needing to protect the basketball. Giving away a lot of points. Street goes up, no foul call. Of course, he did the one thing you try to get guys not to do. He fell away from the basket on the shot instead of falling into it.
Exactly. Morningside is going in and challenging him. He's 6'9", but they're going up to block his shot.
Michael Atkins drove the basket. Shot didn't go. I tell you, that number 3 Atkins is a very aggressive ball player. This time you got number 32 who goes to the rim. That's Goodwin. His shot doesn't go. Gives Leuzinger a chance to walk it up. That's Culpepper. Our first quarter score, 18-12. Shot clock still in effect. Just about a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock at 18 seconds and running on the game. Culpepper shot from three-point range is good. Cuts the deficit to 3. Monarchs looking for the last shot. They get it up. Here's a lift of the court pass or toss. Doesn't go. But after one quarter, here on Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22, Hawthorne Community Cable Channel 22, and Time Warner Channel 6, our score at Leuzinger High School. The Monarchs of Morningside leading right now by a margin of 18-15. But the Olympians closed that first quarter strong, Deborah, with a 3-point basket.
Yes, they did. And the Olympians will have to keep up this intensity in order to win the game tonight. Now, Morningside, on the other hand, they also closed the quarter strong because that's one thing that Coach Franklin told me. He said in order for them to win, they have to play their tempo game and force turnovers. So right now they're doing exactly what he wants them to do coming into this contest.
Well, there you see a shot of Coach Travis Showalter. You see the back of him. Of course, most of you know him. And you got to say, I mean, you go into every game expecting to win, but when you look at the records here, right now the Monarchs not playing like a team that's only got 3 wins. They're playing good, tough, aggressive basketball.
They certainly are. And
they're taking advantage of Leuzinger's Achilles heel, which is turnovers against pressure. That shot put up on the inside doesn't go. Dorrell Wright comes down with it, gives it off to Culpepper. Culpepper starts to push, pulls it out. Some pressure being applied by Michael Sanders, number 12. And now we're going to have a foul called against Michael Atkins.
Michael Atkins, one of those guards that Morningside puts out there to run on the wing and the point man to make sure he applies the pressure.
Atkins goes off the court for a substitute. That's Billy Stone's shot from the left wing, goes up and in. And now we've got a 1-point ball game. We're early in second quarter action, fans. Yes,
Billy Stone is a freshman, Rufus. Led the JV team 20 points scoring a game.
Scored that basket for Stephen Horton. I want you the fans to stay right where you are, because at the end of the first half, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Scott Gutman. Scott's got some key information that we want to share with you, so stay right where you are. Of course, a lot of time before the half, 6:50 clock running. Leuzinger right now down by 3 at 20-17. Needing to get the ball across the timeline, and they just do. Beat the 10-second clock. That should be a goaltending, but a reverse slam dunk put up and in by Jonell Wright.
Looks like tonight we're going to have a dunk fest, Rufus.
Got a traveling call. Wright playing with a lot of enthusiasm. There you see a shot of the Leuzinger crowd. Like I say, the joint is jumping tonight, Deborah. Of course, you and I being two old school people, folks may not fully appreciate that vernacular.
Old school, I'm young. You better speak for yourself there.
I hear you, my sister. Well,
at least I think I am.
There you are. Well, you're young at heart, if nothing else.
That's it.
Yeah. Leuzinger still up on the boards. Fione comes down with the rebound. Cross-court pass goes to Stone. Stone shot up and in. Makes a score now. Leuzinger takes the lead after trailing by as much as 6 points at 18-12 at one point. That shot taken off the glass. Olympians looking to run. Stone pushing it up against some pressure. And the pressure causes them to walk. It'll be Monarch basketball.
You know, that last possession by Leuzinger, Stone showed exactly what to do with the rock. He put it in.
That shot put up from three-point range doesn't draw iron. That's 24, Khalid Jones. And he hears it from the crowd.
Khalid is one of Morningside's best scorers, so we look to him to shoot it again. Even though he missed that one, he will be shooting again. He usually scores in bunches.
Dorrell Wright with the ball. Telegraphed the pass across court. And what's the call going to be? We're going to get a blocking call. Stone thought he had the charge set up. The referee, Virgil Sanders, saw it otherwise, calls blocking against him. And that's Stone's second foul. At the line shooting two is Alan Goodwin. Hey, sweetheart. Hey.
I don't think those are for us.
No, I don't think so. Hey.
They're throwing snacks out. I was expecting miniature basketballs.
Yeah.
Score is 21-21, 5:10 to go in the second quarter.
He only gets inside, looks to throw it away. Leuzinger with the steal. That's Aaron McCarter. Leuzinger now pushing. Turnover against the Olympians. Right now it's a track meet that's not favoring the Olympians. That shot blocked by Donnell Wright. Now we've got a foul call on the play. So there's coast-to-coast excitement and action going on, Deborah. It's hard to keep up with it all.
It really is. I mean, tonight we're seeing more dunks, more block shots, and more running than we've seen from both of these squads in a long time. They both want these games.
Wright gets the pass off to Crooks. A near turnover force, and now we got a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Olympians.
The big man, number 34, Darryl Streets, is back in the game.
Leuzinger gets the ball over to Stone. Stone over here to McCarter. Down, they go down in the corner. Now back out top to Stone. Stone drives the basket, lays it up just a little bit short. Morningside running. Gonna have a traveling call on the play.
Morningside is running, and both of these teams are running tonight, but they need to watch the turnovers because they've had a few traveling calls on them tonight.
Culpepper gives it off to Stone. Stone picks up the dribble against some pressure. They get it down on the baseline, and now you got a traveling call. This call goes against Dorrell Wright.
Both of these squads need to slow it down just a bit, think before they make the next play. And that was a dangerous cross-court pass on Leuzinger. They almost lost it.
4 minutes left in the half. We're tied at 21. It's been a game of spurts so far, Deborah. And now you're going to have a foul against Dorrell Wright as he reaches over the top. And that's the second one on Wright.
The intensity remains high in this game. And even though it's only 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the first half.
That shot missed. Rebound taken down. Dunk doesn't go. Leuzinger running. That shot put up. Slam dunk put up and in on the miss by Dorrell Wright. Stone took it to the basket. His layup didn't go, but Wright was there for the follow. Makes it 23-21 now in favor of the Olympians. That foul called on number 32. That's Fula Tuoni.
Tuoni is one of only 2 sophomores on this team. You know, he comes in with a lot of intensity off the bench, but he really comes in early. He'll probably start next season.
And right now, Donnell Wright goes off, and Quentin Crooks comes on. Second free throw, no good. Crooks comes down with the rebound. Token pressure being applied by the Monarchs. They get it over to Dorrell Wright. He gets it back out top to Culpepper. On the baseline to Wright. Wright's baseline jumper, good. Leuzinger now leads by a score of 25-21. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. There you see Culpepper with the Duke slap, telling the defense to tighten up. Reverse layup doesn't go. Morningside maintains possession on the runner. Leuzinger comes away with it. Crooks has come in and gotten several big rebounds, Deborah.
That's true.
Stone attacks the basket. Stone shot goes up, but doesn't go in.
We see a lot of good hustling by number 32, Alan Goodwin.
That rebound by Goodwin gives it off to Vickers. Vickers' shot goes up. Foul on the play. We got a blocking call against the Olympians. Gonna send Vickers to the line to shoot 2. Looks like they call that foul on Crooks.
Now Vickers at the line, he's a senior, he's 6'4", and he's not one of their starters, but he does a lot for this team. He comes in and gives them a lot of support on the boards.
Vickers' first shot, no good.
I think at this point he's showing a little fatigue because his last free throw shot, he shot it out there kind of quick, and I think that's a sign that he's a little tired of this contest, this quarter.
Street and Donnell Wright come back on for the Olympians.
Number 50, Pierre Conley, in for number 40, Trevon Vickers.
Right now handling out top. They try to go inside to Street. Street not having the same quality game that he had 2 nights ago, Deborah. Three-pointer put up, doesn't go. Rebound taken down by one of the smallest men on the court, Billy Stone.
Billy Stone out there to show what he did when he led the JV team. He got out there and hustled and rebound the ball.
This time they get it in the Street. Inside-outside game. That shot doesn't go. Rebound taken down by the Monarchs. Scored an easy basket on the fast break for Conley.
Good hustle by the Morningside Monarchs. They hustled down on the fast break and was able to convert on that play.
Fast break set up, of course, by the outlet pass. Leuzinger right now passing around the perimeter. They try to go inside the Street again. Reverse doesn't go. The follow doesn't go. Street's in the thick of it. Under a minute left. 1-point game. Conley with it. He doesn't go, but now you're going to get a foul call against Street. And that's going to send Conley to the line to shoot 2.
And right now, Leuzinger is going to have to get in there and get those rebounds, because otherwise, the Morningside is going to be able to stay in this game because they're following their shots.
First free throw is good. We've got ourselves a tie game at 25 all. Conley looking to break the tie here. Both teams have enjoyed the lead throughout the course of this game so far, Deborah.
Back and forth, forth and back and forth.
And now the Monarchs lead by 1 with 51 seconds left. Ooh. Shot blocked by number 32, Alan Goodwin.
I talked to Donnell last week about that. He says sometimes he gets his shot blocked, and when he do, he don't expect it. And I could tell by that smile on his face, this is one of those times.
Well, as the old saying goes, there ain't a horse that can't be rode and a cowboy that can't be thrown, you know? And
he got thrown, huh?
Well, he got his shot blocked, but he's a guy with a lot of confidence. He knows his game, and again, that won't throw him off his stride at all.
Not at all.
That shot blocked, but now we're going to get a foul call on Crooks, which is going to send him back to the line.
These guys are very competitive. I'm expecting to see at least 2 more dunks apiece for Darrell and Donnell in this next quarter. I mean, this next half, rather.
First free throw up and in. That's Jones, Khalid Jones at the line. Second free throw doesn't go. Good inside block there by the Olympians to prevent any more scoring. 2-point ball game now. 15 seconds left. Leuzinger obviously looking for the last shot here. Under 10, under 5. That one doesn't go. Leuzinger looking to get another shot at. That one doesn't go. And the first half ends with a score 27-25 in favor of the Monarchs. Fans, we've got, I believe, a chance to get Scott Goodman in here. Scott is somewhere around. Scott, if you're nearby, come on in. Here's Scott, fans. So, there you heard it, directly from Scott. Scott, one of the best sideline reporters here in the South Bay. And fans, as we said, after one quarter, our score, 27-25. Of course, Deborah having been promoted to the second seat here, doing color commentary with me. Want you to enjoy the halftime stuff, and we'll be back with some more thoughts from Scott at the start of the third quarter right here on Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22. Hello, fans, and we're back. Second half will get underway in just a moment or two, but we've got a chance to go down sideline to Scott Goodman. Take it away, Scott.
The Inglewood Monarchs are going to the second half with a 27-25 lead over the Leuzinger Olympians, despite being outsized and out-rebounded on the offensive side, 13-5. The Leuzinger Olympians were led by Dorrell Wright with 13 points and 2 rebounds. We'll look forward to a good second half here and look for some hard play from both sides of the ball. Back up to you, Deborah and Rufus.
Thanks a whole lot, Scott. Scott Goodman there with the halftime stats and so forth. Excellent job, as always, by all the folks here at Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22, Hawthorne's Community Cable Channel 22, and our partners at Time Warner Communications. So glad you could join us. This indeed is the final game of the season for both teams, Deborah. And both teams obviously playing with a great amount of intensity, wanting to end this on a positive note. For the Monarchs, they're a senior-laden team who, for them, this might be, in fact, it will be their last memory of high school basketball, one way or the other, for a lot of guys on this team. Leuzinger only carrying 2 seniors on their squad right now. That, of course, being McCarter along with Greg Culpepper. So, in about 30 seconds, we're going to get ready to go for the last 16 minutes.
Right, that's true. Leuzinger is losing a couple of seniors, and that's not going to affect them too much because they have 3 juniors. So they're looking forward to next season with the 2 Wrights and with number 34, their big man. So they're excited about being able to build on what they have this year and continue into next season.
Leuzinger will inbound to open the second half. That's McCarter. You see with his back to you, inbounds it to Culpepper, number 5. They also have on the floor both of the Wright fellas, Dorrell and Donnell, 3 and 22. And this time they go strong to Street. Street's fouled on the play, but he does go up. It's obvious that at halftime, Coach Showalter made a decision. Let's go to Darrell. Let's see if we can get him untracked early here in the second half, knowing he's going to need his inside presence to open up the outside game.
And that's exactly right. I mean, that's their game, is to go into the big man. And they had difficulty this first half. So I know during the halftime he talked to his team and they're going to focus and work harder to get that ball into him.
Wright's first free throw doesn't go, but he does get 1 out of 2. Gives me a chance to tell you that the leading scorers for the Olympians, according to Chris Phillips, the Olympians' fine statistician, were Dorrell Wright with 10, Donnell with 6, and Stone had 4. That shot put up from three-point range doesn't go, but we've got a foul that's going to be called against the Monarchs. Look like they're calling that one against number 32. And of course, we know that that's Allen Goodwin. And that's Goodwin's 3rd foul.
Yeah, Allen's one of their best defensive players, and he's one of their best rebounders. So we look for him to continue to crash the boards. But like you said, he has 3 fouls, so I'm sure Morningside's coach has got to be a little concerned with that right now.
Slippery spot there on the floor. Umpire Greg James trying to take care of it. What you don't want to have is to have one of these guys get hurt by falling on a wet spot. Leuzinger breaks the press, and they throw it away. They don't throw it away, they throw it off of a Monarch, so the Olympians maintain possession, 29 on the shot clock. Shot clock was never a factor in the first half, Deborah.
Well, the way these guys are running and gunning, no, it hadn't been a factor at all.
That shot a little deep. They scrap for it, and they take a 20-second Leuzinger gains possession, calls for the 22nd timeout. Gives us a chance to tell you our score, 27-26. Only 1 point scored thus far here in the 3rd quarter. That 1 point being scored by Darryl Street on a free throw.
Right, Leuzinger has finally gotten him into the offense, and that's what they want to do. They want balanced scoring between him, Dorrell Wright, and Donnell Wright as well. And then the other guys chip in, and they do their share. Culpepper steps up, and Billy Stone's not afraid to shoot it at all.
Leuzinger the inbound on the baseline.
You know, as you said earlier, both of these teams have had a less than 500 season, but you couldn't tell it from their playing tonight.
No, you couldn't. Street gets inside, his shot doesn't go. Street putting it up just a little too hard off the glass. Coach Showalter saying my man got fouled in there. Good block inside by one of the Wright brothers. That shot doesn't go. Street comes down with the rebound, holds it very wisely, gives it off to McCarter, who gets it in the hands of Culpepper.
That block was by number 3, Dorrell Wright.
Donnell Wright over on the far side, back out top to McCarter. This time they get it inside the Street. Street is fouled on the play. We mentioned to you before when we've seen the Olympians, this is our 3rd time seeing them this season, that Street's he's a good young player, still developing, still finding his game, Deborah. Once he works on some of his post moves inside over the summer, I think he's going to have a great season next year.
That's true. Street this is only his 2nd year playing organized basketball, and he just started, and look at the improvement he's had already. And he's a big guy. He's just over 300 pounds, so he has a lot of developing to do, and he's doing it at a really good pace.
Misses 2 free throws there, but Olympians control the rebound. They trail right now at the 6:20 mark by a margin of 27-26. Another turnover for the Olympians. Culpepper applied some pressure, backs off. That's Atkins with the ball. He gives it off inside to number 32, Goodwin. Olympians running now. Slam dunk for Dorrell Wright. 28-27 is our score now, Deborah.
And
Wright gets the crowd up. Foul call on McCarter.
Rufus, the dunk clinic started in this 3rd quarter at 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Wonder if I could stand on a ladder if I could dunk the ball.
No, but if you had a trampoline, one of those trampoline deals.
I think so.
There you go. Atkins' first free throw is good.
Atkins, one of the seniors on this Morningside squad. They have a total of 6 seniors.
Second free throw goes, so he makes a pair. Gives the lead back to Morningside. Morningside again, showing full court pressure. McCarter handling now. This time Leuzinger breaks the press. Cross court pass. That shot put up and in by Wright. That was Dorrell Wright, number 3. Gives Leuzinger the lead back at 30-29.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes on those cross court passes, you get a little nervous about them, but that one was sent across there with a lot of speed. Morningside moving the ball around the perimeter.
That shot put up from way downtown. Knocked off his feet is Atkins. Foul's gonna go against Dorrell Wright.
Dorrell was looking for another block on that possession. Dorrell and Donnell leads his team with block shots.
Leading scorers at the half for the Monarchs were Goodwin with 6, Vickers had 5, and Conley and Atkins had 4 apiece.
Substitution on Morningside for number 12, Michael Sanders went out, and number 24, Khalid Jones came in.
We're gonna get the Morningside lineup for you in just a moment.
Morningside Monarchs applying its full court pressure.
They've got Atkins, Horton, Jones, Goodwin, and Vickers on the floor. Leuzinger breaks the press. Score the basket for Donnell Wright.
I think Donnell wanted a foul on that basket.
Scoreboard shows 32 all, 4:44 left. Ball goes out of bounds, but the ref says it went off of an Olympian.
Rufus, you know, the last meeting between these two teams was pretty close. Leuzinger won, but the score was 62-56, so it was only a 6-point spread.
Well, you're confusing me now. First you said Morningside won earlier.
Well, you know, that's true. Coach Frankel said Morningside, but then when I talked to Coach Showalter, he said Leuzinger.
Hey.
We have to find that out. We'll have to investigate.
Well, I know you're steady on the case. Score the basket for the Olympians, Dorrell Wright.
Number 3, Dorrell Wright is feeling it. I mean, when he shot that basket, he knew that was 2 points. I saw the smile on his face before he hit the floor.
The foul on Vickers, number 40. He goes off, and coming on for him is number 33, Ramon Tapato. Shot doesn't go. Leuzinger nearly comes away with it. Atkins stops and pops. His stop and pop doesn't go. Olympians running now. They got the break. Oh, slam dunk missed by Wright. Doesn't go there. Follow doesn't go. That doesn't go. Leuzinger with 3 shots at it, can't get it to go. Had a chance to extend their 2-point lead to 4, but it didn't happen. And going the other way on the 4-point swing, Allen Goodwin. There you see him on your screen, scores the basket. That basket put up and in by Donnell Wright.
One of the right.
Now you got the right.
The right one.
That shot put up doesn't go. follow put up by Goodwin. It doesn't go, but he draws a foul on the play. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That's the indication from the umpire, Greg James.
Number 32, Alan Goodwin. Now, he's one of their best rebounders, and we see it here tonight. I mean, he's all over the place. He's rebounding, he's shooting. Even when he misses a shot, he goes back in there and hustles after the shot and puts it back up.
Has a chance to tie this game up with 2 free throws. Gets the first to go. Leuzinger going to bring a couple of substitutes on the floor now. First of all, going off is a rarity. Both Wright brothers are off, and they bring on number 55, Demetrius Doby, along with Quentin Crooks. Got a traveling call against the Olympians. That call goes against Stone. The pressure once again causing the Olympians some problems. Fans, we've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 1-point ball game. Looked like a travel by Atkins, no call. Olympians don't come away with the rebound, though. And Morningside does, and Goodwin puts it up and in. Olympians beat the press this time. Perhaps not their best offensive unit on the floor with both Wright brothers out. That shot blocked by Culpepper. Shot is blocked, is the way I should say it. Stone's 3-pointer goes in, stays in.
Billy Stone with the rock for 2.
39-37 has scored now. Deuces are wild at 2:22 left in the third. And Leuzinger leading by 2. 3-pointer put up and in by number 22, Stephen Horton.
Both teams are really firing the ball up and not afraid to shoot it from the perimeter.
This is Demetrius Doby with the turnover. Doby in the backcourt, not a guy who normally would handle the ball in that position. Turns it over. And now you got 4 substitutes going off for the Olympians. They get both Wright brothers back on. They got Street in there. They got Stone along with Culpepper.
Starting lineup.
Olympians get a hand on it. Stone gets control. Referee let him do a lot of reaching. There's a push. 3-pointer put up. Draws a lot of iron, doesn't go. And you're going to get a foul call inside that's going to send Donnell Wright to the line. His opposite number with the foul. That was number 22, Horton, for Morningside, who fouls number 22 for the Olympians. 2 shots coming to Donnell Wright.
Stephen Horton, another senior for Morningside. You know, he's a consistent player. That's one thing that coach says about him. He doesn't make many mistakes.
Wright's first free throw barely draws iron. Leuzinger looking to tie it right here at 40. Second one, nothing but net. Leuzinger right now showing some zone defense.
Morningside short
force a turnover. Push, and you're going to get a travel call. Referees call that differently. On the push, you get the two-step jump stop, and then the guy goes back up. That shot doesn't go. Rebound taken down by Dorrell Wright. Gives it to Culpepper. Culpepper decides to walk it up. We've got a minute left in the third quarter. Tie ball game, fans. And we got a foul call against the Monarchs on Wright's shot. Donnell Wright, that is. So Wright's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul was on number 40 for Morningside, Trayvon Vickers. He goes out and sits down. He's holding his wrist. But looks like Morningside, how many players do they have on the floor? Okay, he's over on the sideline, so he's still on the court.
Now Leuzinger sending a couple of substitutes on. Dorrell Wright and Street go off. Quentin Crooks and Fione come on. I can only imagine that Coach Showalter is doing two things, wanting to protect a couple of his key players from fouls here late in the third, happen for the majority of the fourth, if not all of it. And now you get the turnover and a chance to substitute. So Demetrius Dobie comes on. Donnell Wright goes off. Culpepper with it against some token pressure. Culpepper beats the pressure, gives it off to Stone. Leuzinger doesn't set a lot of screens. On the end line, they lose it, goes out off of Tuoni. So 37 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock in effect, 2-second difference. Leuzinger leading by 1 at 41-40 as the third quarter clock rolls down. Morningside content to hold out for just one shot. That's Atkins out top. No pressure being applied by the Olympians. Consequently, no 5-second count being given by the official. Atkins attacks, gives it off on the left side. That doesn't go. Leuzinger gets it with under 10 to go. About 5. Crooks with a chance for the basket. It doesn't go. 3 seconds left. They don't get it up, but a foul call on the play. It's going to send number 2, Billy Stone, to the line to shoot 2. That foul indication is that it's on number 50, and of course that's Pierre Conley.
Well, Pierre is a good hustler for Morningside. He plays hard, and as we can see tonight, he's playing hard, his team is playing hard, but then so is Leuzinger.
So the Olympians get 1 out of 2. That shot doesn't go, hits the light in the ceiling, knocks a little dust off of it. But after 3 periods, fans, the Leuzinger Olympians at home in their season finale and the career finale for Greg Culpepper and Aaron McCarter, they lead by 2 with 8 minutes left, 42-40. On Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22, Hawthorne Community Cable Channel 22, and our corporate partners at Time Warner Cable Channel 6. Hope you're enjoying the contest, fans. We've got 8 minutes of Rock'em Sock'em action left, Deborah.
That's exactly what we have here, Rock'em Sock'em action. We've seen, what, two or three dunks each by the Wright brothers. We've seen block shots. Morningside even blocked some shots. We saw number 40 on Morningside, Trevon Vickers, get up and reject a shot. And so both of these teams are going at it with super intensity. I know the coaches only wish they started the season this way.
Well, 8 minutes left. Leuzinger crowd starting to give the business a little bit to the Morningside crowd. A significant security presence here tonight. Leuzinger officials doing a very good job of keeping this game under control. That shot put up and in by Stone. Goodwin with the ball. Goodwin looks to go inside, fades back, doesn't get to go. Let's see how the official rules. It says it went off the hand of the Olympians.
Number 32, Alan Goodwin, is not afraid to go inside. We got the big man in there. Smith is there, but he's taking the ball into it.
That's Atkins with the ball out top. They get it over to number 12. That's Sanders. Now they got it inside to Goodwin. Goodwin, their primary interior threat. Atkins on the short jumper doesn't go, but to get the rebound inside, now they're going to get a foul call against Dorrell Wright. And we need to check right now as they post this to see how many fouls this is against Wright, Deborah.
That's true. On that possession, number 22, Stephen Horton, blocked out. 3.
I think if you look at the scoreboard, it shows that it's 3.
I have a bad angle from here, but it's blocked.
Horton's first free throw is good. We've got 7:14 left, fans. Horton makes a pair. It's back to a 2-point game at 44-42. Leuzinger with the ball. Leuzinger breaking the press here. Stone goes baseline. His shot partially blocked. Atkins goes in among the Giants, and it's tipped up and in. Boy, I tell you, it looks like Wright actually tipped that. Of course, they'll score it for Morningside.
Yeah, number 32, Alan Goodwin, got a piece of it as well.
Okay. That three-pointer put up doesn't go. Gonna have to get Street to leave his feet a little bit. I know he's carrying around 300 pounds. It might be in his interest to lose some of that. And right now, Morningside on a 6-0 spurt, Deborah.
Exactly.
And they've taken,
go ahead.
They've taken the lead at 46-44.
With barely over 6 minutes to go, the intensity remains high. It's getting hot in here.
Right now, Leuzinger, now they get it to go for him.
Number 22, Donnell Wright, was feeling that stuff. Was that a power move?
That was a power move off the broken play. You'd like to see Leuzinger score some baskets out of their set offense. No look pass there by Atkins. And that foul is going to go on Wright. And if it's on Wright, that's his 4th, Deborah.
It is. And there's a substitution.
That's going to bring Crooks in along with, and Coach there making a good move. He brings in Tuoni, and Crooks takes Street off. Street not getting up off of his feet on the board. There you see the hustle by Fione paying off. Jump ball possession arrow favors the Olympians. A fortuitous break there for the Olympians, Deborah. Right now, score tied, 5:40 left.
Exactly, and Leuzinger is going to have to start making look, they will have to start crashing the boards and going in for some of those rebounds, because Morningside continue to rebound and go after their missed shots, and that's keeping them in the game.
Olympian turnover on the inbound play. Morningside to inbound, 5-second count in effect. Three-pointer put up and it goes. That three-pointer by Horton. A huge three-pointer here at the 5.5-minute mark. Leuzinger again needing to break the press. Doing a pretty good job so far. Nearly throw it away. Crooks gets it up and in.
Aggressive play by Leuzinger, because they could have taken that one out and set it up just as easily. They were lucky to get, not lucky, but it was good that they got 2 points off of that.
Whoa, fadeaway shot put in by Horton. So Horton's hit 2 big baskets here, Deborah. We got ourselves a 3-point game at 51-48 in favor of Morningside. Leuzinger again breaking the press. Once again, see, this is what I was alluding to earlier. I think that Wright getting a little too dunk happy, needs to make the good basketball shot.
Right, they need to go after a good percentage shot, because that's what's going to keep them in.
Leuzinger needs a timeout right now, and that's the indication that you see. 54-48 on the three-pointer by Morningside. Gets the Morningside crowd up.
The athletic directors up, the coaches up. They are feeling good about this game so far. Looks like we have a problem with the shot clock.
No, that's a timeout marker. Horn will sound at 10 seconds. So, right now we've got a 6-point ball game. It was full timeout. Leuzinger, which calls it, elects not to use all of it. They return to the floor with about 15 seconds left in that timeout.
Four minutes and 32 seconds to go in the quarter.
Leuzinger's problem started when Dorrell Wright had to go out. He's back on the floor, but remember, he's got 4 fouls. Oh.
We see a little frustration on Leuzinger. They need to keep their heads, stay calm, and continue to play. They're in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Plenty of time left, 4:13. Shot clock showing 20 seconds. No look pass by Atkins inside. That three-pointer doesn't go. Dorrell Wright comes down with it. Throws it away. 2 turnovers in a row by the Olympians. And the call is charging. Which Goodwin doesn't agree with, as you can see there. Goodwin close to the technical.
Goodwin with 5 fouls.
Was that his 5th? That's a huge break. Thank you, Deborah, for pointing that out. Now all of a sudden the tide turns a little bit in favor of the Olympians, because that takes away Morningside's biggest inside presence.
Exactly, because Goodwin was a strong presence on offense and defense. He hustled on both ends.
Let's see if Leuzinger can now exploit Goodwin being out of there. There it is. Oh, Street misses an absolute layup.
Rebound by number 40, Trayvon Vickers.
I think Street has had a tough night tonight. The big fella had a good game on Tuesday night, and as good as he played Tuesday, there's a steal there by Stone. Stone pushing. Stone slows it down. 3-pointer doesn't go. And now you got Leuzinger standing around looking.
And forcing the shot.
Still a lot of time left. Leuzinger in the bonus. Shots on the floor. Should be ball out of bounds. Exactly 3 minutes left. Our score, 54-48. I think you're going to see Street coming out here.
Yeah. Number 34, Street, he looks a little fatigued right now, and I see Coach Showalter's up. He's really intense right now. He's trying to get his team motivated. He's telling them to play defense.
Leuzinger comes away with it. Leuzinger needing a basket here.
Leuzinger got away with a walk then.
They need to score here. They get it on the baseline. Up and in by Dorrell Wright. It's a 4-point game at 54-50 with 2:40 left in the contest, fans. Atkins with the handle out top against some pressure from Stone. Gives it over to Pardo. Leuzinger with another steal. And the basket to follow. Don't go for the Olympians. Tough break for the Olympians there.
Exactly. Turnover by Morningside. They're overloading the right side of the court, but Leuzinger is able to steal the ball both times in these last possessions.
Morningside essentially with no inside presence at all. There you go. They give a pass away. Leuzinger comes away with it. Under 2 minutes left. Leuzinger down by 4. Needing a basket here. They get it inside. You got to travel. Do they call it? No. You score the basket. Dorrell Wright fouled on the play. Wright's going to go to the line. We got a 20-second timeout being taken by the Monarchs. And this is about as good as it gets.
Exactly. And you know, like you said on that last possession by Morningside, they don't have an inside presence, but Leuzinger cannot get laxed and just watch the perimeter, because that's how they were able to sneak it in back door, and had that young man had a better position, he would have had 2 points.
Well, Leuzinger now will go to the line with an opportunity to cut the deficit to 1.
Exactly.
They change it to a full. Leuzinger had signal, Morningside had signal for a 30. I need the truck to tell me, are we going to Scott at the end of the game? Okay.
And Morningside really wants this victory because they're losing a lot of seniors. This is the last hurrah for number 3, Michael Atkins. Number 4, Hubert Blow. Number 22 is a senior, Stephen Horton, his last go-around. Number 24, Khalid Jones, his last go-around. Number 32, Alan Goodwin, he's a senior. And rounding that out is number 40, Trevon Vickers. He's a senior, so this is their last time.
As we mentioned, Leuzinger with 2 seniors, 5, Greg Culpepper, and number 33, McCarter. Free throw is good. Leuzinger down by 1. Lots of time left. All they need to do is play good basketball here. McCarter with no place to go. Leuzinger with the steal. That's Stone. Stone pulls it back, needs to get it across, and he does. To Culpepper. Minute and a half left. Leuzinger down by 1. Got a whistle here. Got a timeout being taken by the Olympians. I got to tell you, Deborah, one of the things that the Olympians don't do is rub guys off the screen. Let me take this opportunity, though, while we got this timeout, to give you some information, folks, about the people who make these broadcasts possible, particularly the crew working with us here tonight, Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22 and our partners over at Time Warner, a blended crew. We got on camera Eric Chavez, Steve Garcia, Doug Queen, and Pila Larno. Sideline reporter, of course you know that's Scott Gutman. Graphics that you've seen on your screen all night, Daniel Johnson. Don't need to tell you that our executive producer on site tonight, none other than Tom Strickfaden. And of course our partner Don Todd over at Time Warner Channel 6, who couldn't be with us tonight, also a part of this. And as games go, like I say, this one has been a barn burner, Deborah.
This has been down to the wire. It doesn't get any better than this. This is what the fans look for.
We got a minute 27 left, both teams in the bonus. Every free throw will send somebody to the line. Trying to get it inside, and they do. To Dorrell Wright. He gives it over to Donnell Wright. Whoa. Stone shot. Put up. Doesn't go. Wright comes down with it. His shot doesn't go. Still lots of time left. And we're going to get the foul. Fortunately, that foul called on Tione. We had Dorrell Wright, who was in the vicinity as well. The Leuzinger faithful held their collective breath for a second, Deborah.
Exactly. Shot put up by number 22, Donnell Wright, and it was rebounded by number 22 on Morningside, Stephen Horton. Back and forth here.
The 1-and-1 in effect. Misses the first. Leuzinger comes down with it. Culpepper has it.
56 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The score is 54, Morningside 53.
Loses it on the sideline. Leuzinger with the turnover. Again, their Achilles heel comes into effect once again. Timeout now taken by Morningside. Let's recap for you, fans. We've got 52.3 seconds left. We got a score, 54-53. The arrow favors Morningside. Morningside has possession. Shot clock still in effect. A full 35 on it. Deborah.
Leuzinger's in there with a small lineup. They're looking to press. They're going to press the rest of the game. But even though number 34, Darryl Street, is on the bench right now, once Leuzinger gets the ball, there's going to be a substitution. He's going to come in because they're going to look for him down low.
Right now, and I don't mind saying it because as a responsible adult, it's the right thing to say. Win, lose, or draw, We hope that both teams and the fans from both teams leave the court with a display and leave the arena with a display of good sportsmanship and common sense. Because at the end of the day, it's still just a game.
Exactly. It's a good game. It helps these youngsters build character. They learn discipline, things they can carry on with them further. But we also need the fans and the kids who are watching to have that same character and discipline and enjoy the game responsibly.
The inbound reverse layup doesn't go. Leuzinger comes away with it. They've got it. With 43 seconds left. Shot from two-point range, put up, doesn't go for the Olympians. They fight for the rebound, they don't get it. Ball still alive. Leuzinger needing a foul at this point. Leuzinger needs to foul, and they finally do. 27-7 left in the game. Michael Atkins going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Michael Atkins will score for Morningside, so the pressure is on the score. 1 point difference. Let's see if he's able to convert.
Looking to see who the foul is called on. They called the foul on number 3.
Looks like number 3 has 5 fouls.
Now the indication is that some dispute, they're trying to get it clear as to who the foul was on. Now you see the officials conferring. As I said, that's Virgil Sanders, the ref. He's the guy with hair. The guy without hair is Greg James.
I don't know about the guy without hair liking that
Well,
description.
I mean, that's the only way the fans can tell them apart. And after a lot of consultation, they give that foul to Culpepper, number 5.
Big basket by number 3.
Atkins' first free throw is good. I think if you're Leuzinger, you attack the basket. Second one goes. Leuzinger needing to get the ball up court. Leuzinger needing a three-pointer. They draw the foul, which isn't bad. That's good. They get to go to the line with a chance to score a couple without any time running off the clock.
19 seconds left to go. 3-point contest.
Two shots coming to Stone. Stone needing a pair here and a quick foul. Doesn't get the first one to go. That's a tough one for the Olympians. Timeout being taken on the floor. Coach Travis Showalter there talking it over with his troops. They're down by 3. We've got 19 seconds or so left in the contest. Deborah, this one has had all the excitement that you could ask for.
It really has. And you know, if Leuzinger loses this contest tonight, that's going to put them overall 7-19. And if Morningside wins, they'll be excited. It won't look good for them on their record because they'll be 4-23, but it'll be a big victory for them tonight. They will be excited about ending their season on a positive note.
Well, what this sets up for you more than anything else, it really doesn't set up anything. This is the end of the season. All these guys can do now, especially Leuzinger though, and this is the difference. Leuzinger can look forward to next year. Morningside, as we've talked about, a very senior-dominated team. And by and large, this is it. This is the end of the road.
Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, they'll probably start the next season off in a different place. Leuzinger's coming back with 3 seniors who will be the juniors they have now, the Wright brothers and Darryl Street. And I say the Wright brothers, but as we know, they're no relation.
Rebound taken down, put up and in. Leuzinger now needs to foul quickly. They need to give the foul, and they do. Down by a point, 13.1 left in the contest. That foul taken by number 22, Donnell Street. Right now, it's inconsequential as to who fouls. First guy who's nearest somebody with the ball has to give the foul. Simple as that.
Exactly, and that foul sends number 22, Stephen Horton, to the line.
Horton going to the line to shoot two. No, shoots the 1 and 1. Leuzinger comes down with it. They need a timeout if they have one. 9 seconds left. Taylor goes in, scored a basket for the Olympians. Timeout being called for. 3.8. Tuoni scores the basket, perhaps his only basket of the night. After they looked inside, there you see the score. The stands are rocking. Leuzinger right now with the lead at 57-56, but it's not over, Deborah. We got 3.8 seconds. Morningside has the basketball.
Exactly. I mean, I am on the edge of the seat right here. When he made that shot, I looked at the momentum. Morningside called a timeout, but with 3 seconds, they can still win this ball game.
They certainly can.
We have seen some really good coaching here tonight. I mean, Coach Travis Showalter has only been at Leuzinger 3 years, but we've seen him at work. And of course, Coach Franklin's a veteran. He's been coaching for 26 years, teaching for 30 at Morningside. So he's seen a lot of these ups and downs.
Well, it's going to come down to one possession. There is no advancing the ball. This is it.
One thing Leuzinger has on their side is that Morningside doesn't have a strong three-point shooter. So in order for them to make this, possibly get it, they're going to have to fire it up now.
And here's the shot. Doesn't go. Leuzinger wins by 1. 57-56. The officials looking to maintain control here. You've got all kind of security presence here on the floor. Right now, what they want to try to do, fans, as the Leuzinger team congratulates the Morningside team in a well-played contest. I don't know if we can get to Scott just yet. I know we got Scott Goodman down. Scott isn't ready yet. Let me take this moment along with Deborah. Deborah, what can you say? Our final, 57-56, and right down to the last shot, Morningside had a chance. Kind of game you want to see, a well-played contest, a lot of enthusiasm.
Exactly.
I'm exhausted.
We saw balanced intensity here tonight. Both teams came out to play. They came out to play from the first quarter until the end. They both played consistently, and they both made some mistakes, but they both continued to get in there, rebound, take better percentage shots, and that's what happened. I mean, at the end, Leuzinger was able to get the last shot, the last basket that counted.
And to my colleagues in the truck, we're going to keep talking until you tell us Scott is ready. Okay, I understand that Scott Gutman down on the sideline is ready. Let's go down to Scott right now. Scott, take it away.
Victorious, 57-56 over the Morningside Monarchs. Both teams played a well, hard-fought game, and you couldn't ask for a better game as it came down to the final shot of the game with the Monarchs missing on a field goal. That's it from Olympian Auditorium. I'm going to send it back up to Rufus and Deborah. Thanks a lot and have a good night.
Scott, thank you very much. Once again, Deborah, you see and still hear the enthusiasm of the Leuzinger crowd. An excellent victory for them. And let's take a moment to talk about the two Leuzinger seniors. As we say, McCarter being one of the seniors, and Culpepper, 33. Aaron McCarter, number 33, and Greg Culpepper, number 5. They end their career on a positive note. They go out and probably the most exciting game of their career at home in front of their fans. They get the W.
Exactly. I mean, number 5, Greg Culpepper, he was the senior leader on this squad. He's the varsity captain. He was the one who always penetrated dish. He kept this team together. I know when I talked to him last week, he was telling me that some of his favorite NBA and WNBA players were Kevin Garnett and Lisa Leslie, because he said they played hard. They went out and they played with intensity, and that's what he did tonight.
And now we see the fans from Leuzinger streaming out of the stadium. I think it'd be wise for us to hang around in here for a while, Deborah. But this gives us a chance to say, again, for the entire crew, you know, what a well-played game, Deborah. It was a lot of fun. It's been fun working with you. And we hope, most importantly, that the fans, come on in here, Scott, as we close it up. We got Scott Goodman here along with Deborah. Folks, I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it is for the three of us to be able to bring these broadcasts to you. This is what it's about. It's a lot of fun. We know the community enjoys it. And I think that what we'd like for you to do in the community is let the folks at Lawndale Community Cable Channel 22, Hawthorne Community Cable Channel 22, and Time Warner Channel 6 know how much you enjoy these broadcasts so we can continue to see them. I'll go first to you, Scott, for your closing thoughts, and then you, Deborah.
I thought it was a good game tonight. I enjoyed the season, and I look forward to next season.
Great. Deborah?
And it was a great game. I enjoyed the game tonight tremendously, but I enjoyed the season with the rest, and I also enjoyed working with you, and I want to shake your hand on really taking me under your wing this season.
You're too kind. It's been fun working with all you guys and the entire crew. You're right, it was a great game, and this is what we do it for. We do it for the fans and for the viewers. And we know Dave would love to have been here. Dave Marks, of course, another one of our broadcasters, couldn't be here tonight. But I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us, as you always do, on Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22. And we hope you'll join us for our next sports presentation, which will be sometime in the spring as we move into spring sports. Of course, I'll be back in the fall as we move into football again. So for everybody here at Lawndale's Community Cable Channel 22, I'm Rufus Washington saying good night.
Good night.